Hi, my name is Susan Key. I'm a Korean War historian and writer and advocate of Korean War veterans and families of fallen heroes. I would like to first thank Todd DePastino of the Veterans Breakfast Club for inviting me to share my message of gratitude with our Korean War veterans today. I want to thank Todd for arranging this very special event to honor our Korean War veterans on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the Armistice Agreement of the Korean War. To give you a little background, my parents were teenagers during the Korean War. My mom was living in Seoul, South Korea, and she was about 11 years old when the Korean War started. My dad was 18 years old, and his family had just fled from North Korea when the Korean War started. His family had fled North Korea because when the communists took over North Korea in 1948, they confiscated all of my grandfather's land, and also they started killing Christians and persecuting Christians in North Korea. And my grandfather and my father's family are all Christians. And so they all fled and escaped to South Korea just months before the Korean War. So when the Korean War started, my father joined the South Korean army to fight against North Korean communists. And so he was assigned as a Katusha, Korean augmentation to the U.S. Army, to the 3rd Infantry Division of the U.S. Army. So my father has first-hand experience of the Korean War as a combat veteran. And so I've learned a lot from my grandparents and my parents about their experiences during the Korean War. About 10 years ago, I started a journey of meeting American veterans of the Korean War. I used to work in the corporate world, and about 10 years ago, I asked God to show me something more meaningful to do with my life. And this is the work that He led me to, which was to seek out and learn from Korean War veterans and to honor them and thank them for their service. So for the past 10 years, I've had the great privilege and blessing of meeting and interviewing many Korean War veterans who have served in the Korean War. And also, I have come to meet many families of those that are still missing in the Korean War. As you know, during the Korean War, 36,000 Americans gave their lives, and out of the 36,000, 8,000 were missing in action, which means that their remains were never recovered. And so today, there are still 7,500 Americans who are still considered missing in action. And so meeting these families and interviewing them and learning their stories of their painful journey has really given me a deeper appreciation of the sacrifices made by Americans and their families for me and for all Koreans. So on this occasion of the 70th anniversary of the Korean War Armistice Agreement, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to our Korean War veterans and to the families who lost their loved ones during the war. I know that I can never thank you enough for what you have sacrificed and what you have given to us, our freedoms. And you have sacrificed so much to give us that. And so it has become my life passion to capture the stories of our Korean War veterans and families of fallen heroes to make sure that their legacy is never forgotten. And so I thank Todd for doing his work to honor our veterans and to capture the stories of our Korean War veterans as well. So I will continue to do this work to honor your sacrifice. And I know that every single day that I'm alive and free, I know I owe it to God and to our Korean War heroes who fought to give us that freedom. And I also hope that our Korean War veterans and families of fallen take great joy and pride in knowing that South Korea thrives as a free country today because of the victory of the Korean War. Many people may not think of the Korean War as a victory, but I consider it to be a victory because South Korea was saved. It was saved from communist tyranny. Millions of South Koreans live in freedom and in prosperity, in total contrast to North Korea, where people are oppressed, where they have no freedoms to speak of, and no opportunity and no hope and no future because of a communist tyrant that still rules their life and has taken every freedom they've ever had. So in contrast to that, South Korean people are blessed. We are blessed, we are so grateful, and we're so thankful for the freedoms we have been given because of your sacrifice. So on behalf of the Korean people, I just wanted to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Korean War veterans and to families of fallen, and also to our Korea defense veterans. There have been over 3 million American servicemen and women who have defended Korea since the Armistice Agreement to the present day. And so South Korea continues to be defended by Americans, joined together with South Korean forces. And the alliance between South Korea and the United States of America continues to be one of the strongest alliances in the world. So I thank God, and I thank America, and I thank all of you, our Korean War veterans and families of fallen heroes. I will always be grateful to you, and I will always honor and do everything I can to preserve your legacy. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. 감사합니다.